where we look at this pole saw. Basically, we are already opened the box. It's going to have all these pieces inside. You're going to see it has a saw. The cool thing about this saw, it's comes with the batteries with it, and these are 4,000 mega amps. So these are nice size batteries, and you'll see there are two of them. There is also a charger, a pair of safety glasses. There is a picture here where you look of the saw. The cool thing about this saw is you can put it on this pole. So it's a saw, but it's also a pole saw, so it works as both. You'll also see inside of here is a strap, and this is where your blade will go on along with your instructions. You're basically inside of this box. When you open it, there'll be 3 more blades or chains that you use for your saw, 8-inch saw blades, and here's a 10. So there's a 10, 2 8s, and you're going to see the reason why is because you have an 8-inch blade and a 10-inch blade. So if you're using the 8-inch chains, which there are 2, you will use this. If you're using the 10-inch, there's a 10-inch already on it, and there's an additional 10-inch right here. So basically, 2 10-inch blades, or chains, excuse me, and 2 8-inch ones. 2 pieces here. The way you check your battery and you charge your battery, you're just going to plug this in here. There's the plug in, and you will plug this in and charge it. And then when you want to test your battery to see how full it is, you're just going to push that button, and you'll see it's full, 100%. Now, these are 21 volt, 4,000 mega amp. So just remember, if you're using one of your 2 10-inch chains, you want this end. If you want one of your 2 8-inch ones, you're going to switch to this. You also have a spot up here to add fluid, right in the top. And to adjust your chain slack, make sure you don't cross thread this when you're putting it back on. So basically, you don't want this chain so tight that it's going to kick back on you, but you also don't want it loose enough that it's going to grab or catch and come off. So you want it right about here. And you need to keep your chain lubed, so you put lubrication in here. So basically, when we're going to go use this, and we will show you how to use it, you don't want to you're going to put the battery in here. This is your safety. You push your safety in, and that'll activate your saw. If you want to use the extension saw, which we will also show you how to use, you're going to notice right here the attachment. So you're just going to basically hook this one in here, lock it down. There is your release. You put the battery down on this end to activate your saw. So this, lock it down. Your safety on this one will be down here. You push the safety and activate your saw. So make sure your blade is tight, or your saw, or your chain. I keep calling it a blade, but it's actually a chain. Do not put your fingers on it while the battery is still installed. Remove your battery. This probably weighs, with its extension, the saw by itself probably weighs about 5 pounds. With the extension, it probably goes 8 to 10. And when you want to extend it, let's say you want to move it out, you're going to just flip these, and you're going to see how far you can extend this. So you just basically, it's spring loaded, pull it down, spring loaded, pull it down. So this will extend quite a bit, and this isn't even all the way. And then when you're finished, it will load itself back into position. Just watch your fingers. Lock it back down. So we're going to take it outside, show you how to use it. Put some lube in here because we definitely don't want the chains to get messed up. This is a brushless. It tells you right there it's a brushless chainsaw. So you get your 8, your 10-inch option. Just add just a little bit of oil. So here are your specs on everything. We showed 21 volt, 4,000 mega amp or 4 amp battery, 1,000 watts, and everything you need to know in here. We already showed you. This shows you how to hook it up to the attachment if you want to use the attachment. Shows you how to hook the battery up to the charger, which we showed you. We showed you how to check it. The only thing we didn't show you, because we're not going to be changing it, it shows you step by step how to change from the 8 to the 10-inch blade, or from the 10 to the 8th. It does show you here how to adjust the chain tension like we already showed. We're going to just use the saw piece right here, the hand saw. Make sure our blade is tight. I did have my battery on it, but you'll notice my hand is not touching. You don't ever want to touch the safety in this blade or this chain at the same time. We put our fluid in. So we're going to cut out this branch right here that's dead, and this branch right here that's dead. You're going to see the center section is dead. So basically we'll cut this out using the saw. We cut right through it without any problem. So you'll see what I just cut through right here is about 3 inches thick. Now this one right here is about 5 inches thick. We have the 10-inch blade on it. We're going to try to cut through this piece because this piece is also dead. Now you'll notice this has 2 handles, 2 safety bars for kickback. It has a guard here. Just make sure you use both hands if you're worried about kickback. And you have this also piece, so you just cut. You see, look how thick this is. This is probably about 4 to 6 inches thick in here, and it cut through that without any problem. Look how thick it is. A lot of power for a 4,000 amp battery. Cut through these pieces like that. Now for the next piece, I can go through and keep cutting these down, but I want to get a higher up branch. So what I'm going to do is remove the battery. Now since we're getting ready to use the pole, it can be heavy. So, because depending upon the angle, you're going to notice this comes with the strap we showed you earlier. You're just going to install that here and install it as well on here. That gives you the ability to put the saw like this to make it easier to hold. Now, we're just going to attach this piece until it locks into place. We're going to do the same thing on the back side with the battery. Now you're going to notice this wants to lean because of the weight. This will help even that out. Click that into place. You can move this up where you need it. So now I want to try to get, let's look up here, maybe this branch right here. So depending upon how high it is, I can just release one. We're going to get the full length. We're going to let you see how far this really reaches. So when I go all the way out, and I go all the way, wow, this is long. This is full length. So I could almost reach, clear up here. If I wanted to remove this strap and use it that way. I'm not going to go that high because I don't need to, but it's there if I want it. And notice it reclines itself, then like this. So I'll make it bring itself back in. The branch I'm wanting to remove is going to be right branch here. Push your safety. Just activate your saw. Cut right through it like nothing. Now we're going to look at how big that was. It's about 2 inches thick. Cut through it very quick. This is great for trimming, pruning, stuff like that. You see it cut through it without any problem. My next goal is to get that branch right up there, and it looks like it's a few inches thick. So we're going to first set up our pole to be at the right length. And what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to use each piece individually to get exactly what I need. So remember these pieces. We'll just extend them how we want. We're going to do this piece. So for this, I want this piece just a hair bit longer. I'm at the right length. So I'm just going to push my safety, activate it. And you see right there, it cut through that very easily. And that one is a few inches thick. I'll get it down. Now this piece, about the same as the width of my palm. So I'd say that's 4 to 6 inches as well. You saw it yourself. This cut right through it without any problems. And this actually helps to prune out your trees to give them a little bit of room. You try to get the branches that are blocking all the light so that they can get even disbursement. It's great to prune your trees. Don't over prune them. And it just helps everything grow better. Just a couple times, check your chain. My chain's still good, but if it wasn't, I would just loosen this. spin the red one just a hair, and tighten it back down. Now we're going to cut these into pieces so that they can be used for firewood, for whatever my wife wants to use them for. So just going to cut it again. And you see it cuts right through this with no problem. This is probably about 3 inches thick, and it goes thinner as I'm going down through here. Might be slightly thicker in some spots. It's got a lot of power for a small saw like this. You just want to make sure you don't get your hands too close to the blade, and you want to make sure you watch for kickback. That's why you have the handle. But for this thin stuff, you don't really have to worry about it a whole lot. See, it cuts right through it into pieces the way we're wanting. Now, when you're getting into a clustered area, I recommend holding it down with your foot. You don't want your hand too close to it. You see, it just cuts us into pieces exactly the way we wanted it. It is a pole saw, hand saw, all in one. Showed you how to use the batteries, showed you how to use the charger, showed you how to verify the charge. They are 4 amp, 21 volts, I mean. We showed you the 10-inch blade, or 10-inch chains, one on it and an additional. We showed you the 2 8-inch chains, and here, and in the book it shows you how to change it. Showed you how to use this extension pole. Now this extension pole goes to around 16 feet. So when it's all the way extended, we showed you all the way extended. It should be right around 16 feet. The strap really helps hold it in place when it's all the way out, because it does get kind of awkward because of the length of it. Cut through some 5-6 inch branches like it was nothing. We're using the 10-inch one. It's got a lot of power for the small, its size. I was really surprised. Had no problems cutting anything we tried. Nice saw. We're going to put the link for this in the description. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. And if you need a small hand saw, but you also use a pole saw, extension saw, this is great for both.